Hi, everyone. I have to say, I feel a range of emotions sitting here as I am kind of reflecting on what's going on energetically in our world. And hi, Charlotte, and what is coming up around this whole connection. So, in some ways, it feels as though we are in the middle of or the midst of some quite swirling energies, as though um, there's a there's a range of aspects. So you could see that we are watching this funneling of energies like swords clashing. That's one of the energetics that's showing up. Another one is just the swirling mass of consciousness kind of finding itself. And then there's this idea that for some people there, yeah, so I guess what I'm saying is I'm perceiving that there are a variety of perceptions of humanity at this time, and maybe for the people who are here. And then a third one is this idea that we're in these about to split or have already split the two rivers that Gaia actually, yeah, Gaia, I wrote a blog about that a long time ago, the two rivers. So at that point, it was, are you going to be in the murky river or in the clean crystalline river? And so there's a similarity of a movement of that now. So are you being in the lower river or the higher river? There's, we're at that split, we're at that point. Personally, how I am showing it is that the split is not a permanent split. It's like a diversion of the stream, if you like. So one might be a lower waterway and one might be a higher waterway, but they come in together. So there's that, and then the other one is to do with the bridge. So some of these intersect and overlay, but we're in this bridge, we're in this portal where it's not that easy to know exactly how to navigate it, because there's this massive confluence or convergence of energies and beliefs and the crashing of systems. And the only way that we can really get through it is to be with each moment in each now moment. So, hello, Billy and Tina and Jackie. And now I think Louise, is that correct? Champion for the cause. Are you Louise? Did I read that in the notes yesterday? And Helen, hi Helen, and hi Angela. Yeah, so let me begin. Um, so I want to say hi Larissa. I want to say that we're in this brand new time, and it is that the brand new time is going to keep repeating as a brand new time. We're going to go through these rapid cycles, and Lauren. So I want to thank Lauren for sending me Jason Estes' little update about how we have since the 10th, since the 10th of May, gone into these 11-day runs, these 11-day cycles. And so it's like we're in a bridge of 11 days or a portal of 11 days, and then we leap up and we do another. And so this is why we're in this completion of the old and the coming into the renewal. And so I'm going to do some, invite you to do some work here around that. Hello, Dawn, and hello, Craig. Oh, great. Thank you, Louise. So, yeah, so I've got a whole lot of scribbled notes. I haven't even gone back through my notes that I've taken. I've just sat in there scribbling away. And so, chances are I would have missed something. But I really want to invite you to participate in this co-creation today, and I'll get to that. And what I want to be inviting you to do is to be redesigning, recreating, redefining what it is that you want in terms of the qualities from your partnership. So I am sensing this spectrum, if you like, of the divine masculine. And so I'll just speak to the various components of it, and you will have an idea about where your counterpart is, or where you are at in your own divine masculine aspect. So I am seeing that some are in huge, deep inner contemplation, and it's very deep and it's very real and it's very pragmatic as well. And yet it's examining the truth, the clarity, the love, and it's also examining their feelings, their purpose, their mission. And all of this is in the mix. But it's a very deep contemplation, and it's quite, I don't know why I want to use the word defined, but it's quite defined. Um, it's a sense that they're in this real time process. This is happening now for a lot of the divine masculine. They're in this deep inner contemplation, sifting and sorting and recognizing this contrast between their 3D reality and what their fifth dimensional feelings and sensory body is bringing them to contemplate. And so they're in this real time, pragmatic sifting and sorting and planning. There's some real planning going on as to what they are going to do, this plan and the making of the actions to be taken. And many of them are not likely to be communicating that to their partner. There's a definite shift in the physical. This, for them, this it's like attending to what has to happen in the physical. So in this planning, there are things that are needing to be completed, needing to be ascertained, needing to be attended to, and those are real time issues that are being sorted. Um, as though So these are the practical steps to lead to their connection with their divine feminine, and it's as though somehow, in some way, they have placed a line in the sand, a designated plan, a date range to be met. Now, that could be anything from making a connection to a turning up visit, but that's the kind of overview of it. So there's this clarity of truth that the divine masculine are recognizing this truth within themselves about their feelings, their emotions, their love, and where that belongs, and how they're going to navigate that, because this new opportunity now. We're in this window of opportunity. That's what I get around it. So the old, everything that isn't required, everything that doesn't fit this new story is being released. So if we are not doing it in a purposeful manner, then the universe will be orchestrating that. And so this is what we've spoken about before, the three-dimensional, five-dimensional perspective of the life, of the connection, of the relationship, of the love, and the choosing the five. But in doing so, there's the stepping through the plans, this falling away of the three-dimensional parameters. So this left-right perspective, but gaining more energetic for the fifth. That's what I really want to say about that. So this left, right, this third dimension, fifth dimension, but the focus is, it begins with this left, right, left, right, left, right. And now it's more three dimension, five dimension, three dimension, five dimension. So there's more time spent in the realization of the fifth. Divine feminines, there's a shift, really. It feels to me like the divine feminine collective, it's as though they've kind of sat back, they've risen up, they've moved into this higher recognition of self, this high priestess, this empress energy, this knowing of your own power, of your own position, of your own worth, and to be knowing that you will not accept anything less now. And also that in that knowing, that the right one will turn up. Likely who it is. and you are kind of feeling a sense of freedom about it because you've dropped into the knowing of it. It's this huge up leveling, this surrendering to spirit. So I believe the Divine Feminine Collective has been in the I just have to hand it over, but actually being in the but I can control this energy, and that the stretching of it, the elongation of the timing of it, has enabled the Divine Feminine to rise up into their High Priestess and to really let go, because there's this deep, absolute knowing that this is going to come in the perfect timing and in the right action, right connection. So there's a big surrender to that. There's this knowing in hand, and there's this giving over the control now. So the Divine Feminines are really in that, I believe, in the correct place, attitude, sensitivity of what is to come. And this, in some ways, it feels to me that there could be this feeling of, well, whatever, because it's that level of surrender. The love is there, but the realization that everything that has been held on to has not rendered the result, because the result isn't in the Divine Feminine's hands. So we have, hi Carolyn. Carolyn said, yes, went through that a few days ago, surrendering. Yeah, so it is like that. It's like we surrendered to a whole new level. So we're in the knowing, we've given it over. It's in this kind of, take it or leave it. It'll happen or it won't. But we're in the knowing that it will, and so there's in the spectrum, there's a bit of that pithiness about it as well. I want to tell you that this last week of April is going to be extreme, accelerated energies and upward. It's like taking something that's on a very oiled spindle and spinning it fast. That's how quickly this last week's energy is going to go. And so we're going to be in the feels of that. So right through from now to into May, these massive new beginnings, the renewal, the re-beginning, coming in, the rebirth of self and within self, and in the expectations and ideas and identities of these unions and the creation and manifestation energy. So I want to suggest to you that you think back to that meditation guided journey that we did a little while ago. And that really, if you didn't do that in regards to your union or in regards to your partnership, that would be a good thing to do, so that you let go of all of the stories about your partnership, all of the stories about your partner, all of the stories about union to do with this internal masculine, feminine linking union partnership, as well as the external. So you let all the old go, because we are in the re-envisioning, the recreation of the new way of being within self, in these what do you call them? These types, these qualitative measures of the masculine and the feminine. So what did I write here about that? Oh, yeah. So that was from the April new moon solar eclipse on the 20th through to the 5th of May full eclipse. This is the bridge. So this is the bridge we're in at the moment, which is, according to Jason Estes, we're going to have these continuing, these 11-day bridges, if you like, or portals, up until the end of 2024. But we're in this brand new quantum transformation, energies in self with speed and acceleration upwards, this evolutionary leap. So you could see it that we're making an evolutionary leap every 11 days. So if you have not been in communication with your divine masculine, you are dealing with a whole different being, or you will be. Hello, Sarah and Melissa. Welcome. So yeah, they are just as we are, or just as the divine feminine are. They are doing this massive up leveling in consciousness. And for me, the other aspect of that shows up is that their higher self is dropping in. So, so if you've been wondering how it is that this can ever measure up to where you were at when the divine masculine in the main vary in their three-dimensional world, we're in the time of that. So this leveling up, this up leveling, and the bringing in of the higher aspects of self. And so they are coming into their higher levels of consciousness through this bringing in their higher self. And yeah, that's right. Thank you, Sarah. So yeah, there has been this kind of mismatching, this not quite connecting up, because of that. That's what I feel. Each of us are coming into new and higher alignments, higher consciousness. What else have I got written here? So they initially, of course, the divine masculine are coming into this greater awareness that there's a whole new realm of energetics that they haven't had access to, that they're beginning to have a sensitivity with their psychic gifts coming online more strongly. So I wanted to say to you that there's this idea. I have this idea. I have this idea. So here collectively, I am very much into the idea of thought, word, and action. So, we have a thought, we speak it out, and we put it into the ethers, and it generates a power of co-creation, of manifestation. And so I wrote in here, what do you want? So let's design some ideas. So, and then these other words that came as I was writing was this precision focus of transformation and renewal, that this is the time that we're in. So let's decide. Oh, I have to read that. Carolyn's just said, my DM has completely changed and we've been together 25 years. Magnificent. So I want to suggest that in the comments section, that you think of at least one, and then think of another, a quality that you would like, or that you require, or that you are putting into the ethers, a quality that you would like either from your DM or in your connection. And so I want to suggest that you put those in there. That it doesn't have to be a statement, that can just be a word, and let's use that as fuel for the manifestation, and people can take them out and put them in somewhere. Melissa's saying her DM seemed to be more talkative. He was to call yesterday but didn't. Yeah, so I just feel they're really in the midst of this, trying to figure it out, but it's figuring it out from a place of knowing. All right, so I'll continue, and you pop in some things in the chat. Thank you. So we've got clarity, warmth, patience, vulnerability. So add in some others. Yes, I wrote in here that if you haven't already, to go back to that meditation and do it, and let go of all and any stories, and check in, is there anything holding you back here? Is there anything that's a block to your union? Is there anything that sits within you or within your field that needs to be released? And I wrote, allow it to sit in a gestation process of its own. So you could just put that in there and see what comes up over the next few days. So after you have, put your creation desires and wishes, so that's what I'm encouraging us to begin here. So you can pluck from it and throw into it, and then you can refine it. And I can take all of these and put them into the chat somewhere later, or underneath this video later. But we're really in this power of manifestation. So it's about really being focused on what it is that we want, not what we don't want. We want to be very purified, clear, truthful, and aligned in our requests, if you like. So yeah, this imaging, dreaming it up, and then speaking it out. So what do you want? What are the qualities required and desired? And what do they bring? So what are the qualities or the attributes that you wish your divine masculine to bring to you, to bring to the relationship, to bring to the connection? And then what are the qualities of the relationship in general? And so, yep, thank you. Keep popping them in there. And where do you line up with your own redesign? Because you need to line up with what it is that you are requesting, requiring. This is not just I need them to be this. This is I need them to be this, and I need to be in reflection or in the mirror, in the mirroring imagery of that. Yeah, so what are your qualities? There's your own feminine aspect, your own masculine aspect, your own union and partnership aspect within self. How does one support the other? And then what does that look like when you put it in the middle? So I also want to talk to you about the languaging around this connection. um, I want to suggest that I do want to say that strongly. You need to be languaging this up in the what you have now. So you language it up so that there is no space. There is no space between you. This connection is right here, foot to foot, heart to heart, eye to eye. That it's not that there's this long distance, that there's this big gap that needs to be traversed. It is that you are envisaging that it is right here, right now, in this very moment, holding these qualities of beauty and unconditional love in each of us, in alignment and balance, and whatever other qualities are important to you. And that you speak this out into the ethers. You write it up as your own affirmation and you speak it out into the ethers. And it's all good and all wonderful. There's no knots in it. There's no negatives in it. Yeah, so that's what I wrote. I want to invite you to see the no space between you. So when you are in your envisaging of this, you're not seeing that, one of you is in Canberra and one of you is in Cairns. You're not seeing that one of you is in New York and one of you is in London. You're seeing that you're right here, right here. And then you are dreaming it, creating it, living it, knowing it, being it. So it's really the time to be back in that place. We've done enough traversing, we've done enough undoing and unpacking, and now we're letting all of that old go and we're redesigning, recreating in this very now moment. And then you live it in each now moment. So I'm excited about this next now moment. I'm excited about being here with you. I'm excited that we are planning our day. I'm excited that we are exploring something here right now. The love, I can feel the love, and the very next now moment. Oh, oh yeah, that's funny, Melissa. Often it's funny how spirit just gives me stuff that comes out, and it's somebody's absolute truth. So really, that is what I wanted to come on and speak about. Is that we're in this exciting time. We're in the reality of the practical world, the 3D world. The divine masculines are in the putting into place, I believe, or the deep planning and contemplation. There is a spectrum, and that it's time for us to be in this alignment with self by examining what it is that we require, because they are different. The divine masculine have up leveled, as have we. So let's redesign the course, if you like. Yeah. So we've got healing, clarity, honesty, vulnerability, communication, support, compassion, romantic, friendship, lover, self-love, self-confidence. Oh, Dawn, thank you, Dawn. Dawn's written them out from the people above. Um, Intimate communication on every level. Yeah, so I want to give you some ideas then. So um, you could wake up in the morning and you could say good morning to them as though they are lying beside you, and you could say good night to them as though they are lying beside you. You can envisage that you're having your morning cup of tea or cup of coffee with them sitting next to you. You can go out on walks together. You can just include them in their day, in your day, as though they are present, so that you're energetically um, pulling that into your reality because of these energetics that are sitting around at the moment, which are these fast, very fast, accelerated, up leveling manifestation and creation energies. So I'm just inviting us to make the most of those. Yeah, so Melissa's saying we want 5D, so let's be in 5D. We are definitely in the throes of milling around really in fifth dimensional frequency and energies, and so we want to be bringing in more of that, saturating ourselves, our thoughts, our way of speaking and being with that. Sarah's saying she does definitely feel him talk to her. Yeah, I definitely have those sorts of things too, where I have a conversation and hear the answer. Holly Star's saying I've experienced protection, kindness, gentleness, understanding, and support from her DM. I would love this to grow and develop. Beautiful. So yeah, that's my offerings to you, is that we're in this powerful time, and so let's write up our own list and put it out there as a, this is what I have now, this is what I'm experiencing now in this now moment in every breath. So much love to you, and thank you for being on this journey here with me, and in this sort of what feels to me like this beautiful collaboration. And I'm sure we'll be able to have celebrations soon, as these seep into being very uh, solid in our 3D world. All right, much love. See you next time. And I'll write that up. I'll write up that. Thank you, Dawn, for giving me a head start on it. Lots of love.